Okay, stream has started. I see you move the mic even closer. Wow, you can hear every breath. That's what your show is going to sound like.
That's good. At least I know I'm breathing. It'd be a major problem if I decided I can't talk or anything.
Okay, so Twitch has accepted the stream. Come on, YouTube. YouTube has accepted the stream. Facebook has accepted the stream. All right.
Goody.
When you hear the clapper, you're on the air, okay?
Oh, you're going to do the clapping?
I'll do the clapping from now on. Now,
Okay, you want me to turn this thing on?
well, I was about to tell you to do that. Flip the switch and tell me when the red light goes on.
It's on now.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, folks, this is DJ Richard. Sorry, this is Richard Jasinski, DJ Brass Knuckles. And I'm doing the special show here for Something Different in Buffalo here on Think Twice Radio, the podcast version, the internet radio program. And this is Sunday, January 8th, 2023. Happy New Year to everybody here. And once again, this is one of the more saddest times of my life here. As you, again, have yet another sad time in my life. I'm going to be talking about honoring this show here to honor the passing of my Aunt Rose, who it turns out was 97 years old. I originally thought she was 98. And I believe this is show number 168 on Sunday, January 8th, 2023. And like I said, this is the... Okay, let me get my... Here real quick. There I am. Okay. And I just want to let you know this is a sad time in my life because, like I said, my Aunt Rose passed away on December 18th. Today I was about ready to do a show for New Year, for Christmas, but unfortunately that didn't work out. So that was when I was in the process of making the show. That's why one of my brothers called me on the phone when I was doing it in the studio here, and told me about the passing of my Aunt Rose. And I thought she was 98 years old, but I was mistaken because I rechecked the birthdays. Her birthday was 1924, and she turned 97. Actually, it was 1925, I believe it was. I got to check the date on this again. But anyway, she passed away on December 18th, the very night I was going to make a TV show. And like I said, I struggled to try getting things done, but one thing or another kept getting in the way, and I was forced to cancel out the show. So this is going to be basically just let me start some music here from Native American music here real quick, just to see if I can get this thing going real fast here. May have to turn the volume down. Okay, like I said, she was born November 14th, 1924, and she passed away December 18th, 2022. And I'm counting 78 years. Maybe I mistook the year. I'm not sure, but anyway, there was a lot. I said I'm going to spend as much time as I can doing a pictorial tribute to her, as well as a musical tribute with musicians from Buffalo and West New York on my little roster here. Okay, before I begin here, let me continue on with this other thing here. Get moving real quick here. As usual, go to cable channel 1302 Tuesday nights and Thursday nights at midnight, both days. And I'm doing a weekly show now, so you're going to be shooting shows every week. I'm doing weekly shows now, so you won't be seeing the same show all month long now. You will be seeing some different shows each week. They may look the same at times, but they're going to be different there. So I just want to let you know that, get you prepared for that. And like I said, this is cable channel 1302 right there, so I hope you get a chance to check it out. Now, most of my shows are on YouTube, and I'm going to talk about YouTube over here, but unfortunately, there's one thing I got to talk about here. Okay, well, here's YouTube here. And like I said, most of my shows will be on Facebook as well. And if you get on Facebook, give me some comments. Let me know what you like or did not like about my show. I'd appreciate if you did. If you like my show, there's the like button. Share it with all your friends if you did. But I really need to hear some comments from you about my shows here, because I'm trying to do the best shows I can. I'm doing it under extreme difficult circumstances all the time, and I'm doing it in a time pressure situation all the time here. So I may not always do it right. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to complain about one thing here about most of my, as I said, the majority of my shows are on YouTube. Most of them are. And there's one here. Now, normally I would tell you to support the Buffalo Music Archive, but I'm going to have to tell you not to support them anymore now, because simply put, they're not doing their job. I just tried to access the Buffalo Music Archive, and they're they got a whole bunch of junk in there that has nothing to do with the Buffalo music scene at all. They got rap artists that are not from Buffalo. They got a whole bunch of junk in there. It's just not from Buffalo. I've complained about it, and they just decided they're all, oh, you shouldn't be complaining about it. But stop putting that junk in there, and I'll stop complaining about it. As a matter of fact, clean out the junk you got over there and get it back to what it was. You know, when I first started over here, there was a whole bunch of music from Buffalo musicians I didn't even know about. I heard about and I didn't have possession of, but also I had some music from that I didn't know about, and I was just trying. I was happy and everything else. I was able to find this stuff, and I managed to save a lot of it. Fortunately, I was able to save it, capture it, and save it. But unfortunately, ever since then, for the last year or so here, it's just been a goddamn garbage can of stuff over there now. If there's only a few of my YouTube shows on there that I've seen, but nothing much else. I mean, there's a few musicians I've seen, but nothing much else. I mean, it's ridiculous, I'm just sick and tired of this. I mean, they just really don't want to clean up this thing. So I'm going to have to say, stop supporting the Buffalo Music Archive thing, because they're not, until they get their act together and clean this thing up, I can't recommend them anymore. I don't like doing that, but like I said, there's no way until they start doing what they originally did here to support the Buffalo music scene like they're supposed to. There's really no reason to keep supporting them on this anymore. I'm really sorry about that. Now, normally I would talk about WBNY 91.3. I usually have a shirt with me over here, but I forgot to bring it. But I am wearing one right now, and you can see it right over here. There it is, right there. WBNY 91.3 FM. Now, I want to say they're doing a local show. They did one for the month of December on Friday nights from about 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. But I don't know if they're doing any more shows, local shows now, and I'm really unhappy about that, because I've been supporting for all these years, for close to 30 years now. I've been supporting them on this thing since early 1990s when I found out about this station. And I'm very disappointed and unhappy that they're not supporting the Buffalo music scene again, because now there's nobody. Aside from myself, now there's really nobody around to support these people anymore. And that's really, that's killing the Buffalo music scene over here. So, I'm fighting as hard as I can for the Buffalo musicians and especially the athletes from Buffalo to play for the Buffalo sports, so-called Buffalo sports teams. But they're not doing anything for us. So, it's really unfortunate about that. Okay, let me get back onto the other things over here real quick. So like I said, WBNY, until I know better, I don't know if we can still be supporting them, and I don't know if it's going to be worth to support that station anymore. I'm hoping they'll get around to doing it. They're still going back to the 1 hour thing over here. So, there's really not much else I can do here. Okay, now there's one other thing I want to, let me get back over here real fast on this thing. Now we got that, Buffalo Access, no more of that. And, they're not doing the Buffalo Music Archive very good, so I'm not going to support that. Let me continue my rant on this thing here, because as always here, when the phony Buffalo wins, the true Buffalo dies. So, I've been saying for years now on my shows, I usually end my shows by saying, support Buffalo as always, make supporting Buffalo the priority, not the minority. But now it seems they've heard my slogan here, so they've been trying to play cutesy-wootsy over here and start doing what they've been doing for generations over here, just throwing a piece of crap in front of your face over here and planting the word Buffalo on top of it and trying to make everybody believe this is all Buffalo stuff over here. So I'm going to change my statement one more time. I'm going to change the statement here now. The statement's going to be from here on out. I'm going to say, support the true Buffalo athletes and musicians all the time. Support the true Buffalo. Make supporting the true Buffalo the priority, not the minority. Don't settle for substitutes. Don't settle for phony stuff over here. You're going to have to do some searching on this thing. You're going to do some digging on this. Just scrape the surface of the thing. Just see how Buffalo these people are on this thing. So you guys gonna have to do it. Just remember, you're gonna have to do it yourself, because you're gonna. If you don't, then you got nobody but yourselves to blame for this thing, because you're living a lie. You're living their lies, and they're making money off of your lie, off of their lies that they're getting from you people. So that's up to you. I can't do. There's only so much I can do for you on this thing over here. Okay, I'm gonna do it now. I've talked about some other things over here. There's other things I want to talk about, but I want to bring up something over here I want to talk about real quick here. Let me see if I can get this thing out here for you real fast over here. Now, on the last couple of shows, the special edition shows I've talked about over here, I've talked about the State of Buffalo Radio here. Let me just set it down real quick here. Take a look at it right there. Now, this is the state of this. I made this report with the Buffalo Common Council, David Franczak, in 1993, 1994, and the statement pretty much says itself here. The racism of Buffalo radio over here, brainwashing its most lowest and evil form. And that's basically what this says. And this whole report supports those statements right there, because Anthony Violante was of the Buffalo News. He told you about the Buffalo music scene and how the radio stations don't support the musicians from Buffalo over here. This report here proves that point. Now, as I went to the back of this thing, I was looking at I just happened to see some letters here, as I showed you one of the letters here from Danny Sandpaper Face Neverth, and is also Kiss My Ass 98.5. But I also happened to notice, I went through a few more things over here. You see, there's Kiss My Ass 98.5, lying to everybody, basically saying they hate Buffalo, and telling you that they would lose money if they support Buffalo over here, and would lower the quality of life in Buffalo. Those are their statements. It's on this paperwork here. That shows how evil that radio station really is. But I also want to apologize right now to two stations I just forgot about. The Fox, now known as The Edge. They played a bunch of local music here. They got 2 pages here of local music here. This list right here is a whole bunch of musicians from Buffalo and West New York. A lot of those people I put on my shows over and over again. And they did this. I think it was a Friday night show. And they're talking about this interest over here, and the guy Bob Richards, the program director at the time of this report here, as you can see, it was July 1992. He talks about this, and he said April. They set a national precedent by beginning a show called Buffalo Licks. Now that was April 1992, and they did it for a while, but they stopped doing it. And unfortunately, that's because they stopped doing it, I'm forced to dump on them now. So I want to apologize, because they did support the Buffalo music scene. I tuned into their station, and I did catch their show a few times on there before they shut it off. And I'm happy about that, and until I would like to see them go back and do this again for the Buffalo music scene around here. So I'd appreciate if they would. So I want to apologize to the Fox, otherwise known as The Edge. I've criticized them on my shows in years past over here, but I just want to apologize for them, and also for another radio station here, 97 Rock. Because I've criticized them as well, but I forgot about them, and as it turns out, they did support the Buffalo music scene as well with the program called what was the program called here? Music Papers, and on several occasions over the past 4 years. The articles include, but not limited to, Willie Nile, Billy Sheehan, the Goo Goo Dolls, Dirty Blonde, Widow, the Peer Pressure Project, the Alan Sims Group, Rock Angels, August, Tokyo Rose, Cracked Alley, and the Tweeds. This listing represents the fact that WGRF 97 Rock has featured more local talent than any other Buffalo commercial radio station of any music format. And, we at the time of this report, they did have it on there. And let me just show this real quick over here, because time is against me over here. They have a list of their musicians on here, and a lot of these songs I've got on here, like the Dooleys, God's Children, the Tails. I haven't played Tails in a long time. I play Talos from time to time. HP Zinker, a European band with a Buffalo drummer. A little marginal there. And there's a couple other ones in here. Willie Nile, the Fibs. So I want to apologize to both 97 Rock and The Edge for, because I have been criticizing your station over the years on this thing. And, like I said, all this is nice, but if you don't play music by Buffalo musicians on your radio station in prime time from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., then these words are worthless. You have to walk the walk, not talk the talk. Because, like I said, they have these programs on, but they do them on Sunday nights or whatever else, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, or whatever else. And, like I said, so I want to apologize to 97 Rock again for this and the Edge, because they did support the Buffalo music scene like they were supposed to. Now, okay. So, I want to apologize to 97 Rock and the Edge, and I'd like to not criticize you anymore, but because you took the music programs off the Buffalo music programs off the air, I'm forced to criticize you because of that. So, if you don't want me to criticize you anymore, please get these people back on the air again. They need to be heard, especially since WBNY has been slack in doing their job over here because they haven't been supporting the Buffalo music scene of the last year or two. And I realize the pandemic's been hurting them, and they've been having difficulty getting DJs to play local music on the show, Buffalo music on their show on the radio pro station over there. But still, they can still be doing something like that. Okay, moving on quickly now. Let me talk about the Buffalo Central Terminal one more time here, because normally I would have some Rodney Dangerfield for you, but like I said, I got a lot to do here just for my Aunt Rose, so I'm gonna have to hurry it along here. But like I said, this is the Buffalo Central Terminal, and like I said, it's a grand structure over here, and they're still working on the project. They're trying to restore it to its former glory again, so I hope you get a chance to look at it. And like I said, they have let me just drop this down a little bit here so you get a chance to better look at it here. Okay. So like I said, you get a chance to look at it. Like I said, it's in pretty rough shape right now, but they're working on it as hard as they can. So I hope you try to listen to them as much, try to support them as much as you can, because they really need the support. And like I said, you need to get them. See, this is what it currently looks like right now. They're working as hard as they can. So in the future, hope God willing, in the future over here, we can get crowds like this again. They've had a few shows going on in the not testimony, but the supporting shows to support this terminal over here. So hope you get on the, hope these people out and get this thing going back to glory again over here. Moving on real quick here, there's the clock that was taken out a long time ago, been restored, and it did some work on the outside as well. And this is what we're hoping to get it look like again over here. So I hope you get a chance to do it. So I hope you check I hope you do what you can to support the Central Terminal on this thing. So, okay. All right. What else am I missing here? I have some paperwork over here. Okay, like I told you before, support the true Buffalo as always. Make supporting the true Buffalo the priority, not the minority. So before you, just slapping the name Buffalo, just because something has the name of Buffalo on it, does not mean it's a true Buffalo item. So screen those things more carefully. Screen your music, screen your food, screen it all more carefully over here before you buy it, or else you'll be feeding the enemy of Buffalo, and you'll be responsible for helping the enemies of Buffalo destroying Buffalo over here. You people will be responsible for helping the enemies of Buffalo destroy Buffalo. So, okay. Like I said, I'm sorry about all this. I wish I had more. I'm trying to get all this done over here. Now I want to say I want to say something I should have said. Okay, I already talked about the Filter Kings, about Nevers when he said to his listening audience about what Never thinks Anthony Violante complained about his radio station. The only complaint Anthony Violante had was at the time when he made his first argument was how the radio stations were ignoring the Buffalo music scene around over here and not playing original music from Buffalo and West New York musicians on their so-called Buffalo radio station. He keeps Nevers keeps trying to pass himself off as some saint, and then he'll say he's doing God's will by lying to everybody, including the God of truth and his son Jesus Christ. I'm surprised and unhappy that God won't take his Jew-ass act out of the city over here, and take it out of the earth for that matter, put it into the lake of fire. Okay, every time and any time, whenever I hear music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000 decade, that Buffalo and Western New York musicians, I will be reminded of the racist attitudes of these so-called Buffalo radio stations and the sports teams people who cause me pain with brain-dead racist, prejudiced, bigoted hatred of Buffalo and Western New York and brainwashing hatred of Buffalo and Western New York. For years I used to hear about Hitler and how the Million Jews thing over and over again. And I already mentioned that in one of my previous shows, so I'll bring it up again next time around. This is a special show right now, so I want to kind of devote my time right now to my Aunt Rose. This is some of her pictures here. I got some of her pictures here. I'm going to do before I do that, however, I'm going to do a birthday. People who have birthdays over here. So let me just turn this off right now. Put that down here for the moment. Set this up here real fast. Okay. And now, for people who have birthdays in the month of January and as well as for December, let me give you, hopefully, this.
No, not happy birthday. No, not that. Please, no, not happy birthday.
Okay, let's try this again. Oh yeah, I gotta do this one more time here.
No, not happy birthday. No, not that. Please, no, not happy birthday.
This is fun. One more time.
No, not happy birthday. No, not that. Please, no, not happy birthday.
I'm sorry, folks. I happen to like that. I really enjoyed that one there. Okay, now moving along real quick here. I'm going to play, okay, let me, been playing some Native American music, so let me get started real quick here with, moving on here real quick. The Mom and Dad Parade here. This is for my my late Aunt Rose here who passed away, and also for all people who have birthdays in the month of January. So this is the Mom and Dad Parade here on Something Different in Buffalo here on Think Twice Radio. Okay, that was the Mom and Dad Parade with the song Happy Birthday song here, real quick here. Okay, okay. Put that over here real quick. Okay, move that there. Okay, I'm going to try to do this the best I can over here. I'm going to try to give you a slideshow because I put the bunch of pictures together when I was visiting my Aunt Rose. She was in New York. She was living in upstate New York in last year, 2021, when I went to see her in April. And shortly after that, she lost her hearing, and then her health deteriorated after that to a point where she finally got. She was forced to go to a hospice place, where she passed away in December 18th of 2022. So I'm gonna try to do this for you here. I'm gonna let me see if I get it right here. Okay, I got the thing here set up, and so I'm gonna try to do the slideshow. But before I do it, I'm gonna play some music here from. Okay, let me get a few musicians here real quick here. Okay, Susan Rosler here. I'm gonna start playing her music real quick here. So let me just try to do this right now. And this is Susan Rosler with a song called Still Waters here on Something Different in Buffalo here on Think Twice Radio.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures and leads me to wander into the woods and lets me lie down by still waters, and it's good. Troubled with cares of the world, I'll place all my burdens behind me. As I pray to the Lord, He gives me peace. There in my heart, God will find me, and it's good.
Okay, that was Susan Rosler with the song Still Waters. Come on, damn it. Usually it works when I hit the spacebar button, but for some reason it doesn't want to do it, so. Okay, sorry about that, folks. All right. All right, let me give you one more here. Let's see if I can get this going here real quick. Hopefully. I gotta do a little shuffling around here real quick. Okay. Okay, one more song here, and then I'm gonna start doing my slideshow for my late Aunt Rose here. So this is Stacy Clark here with a song called Heaven here on Something Different in Buffalo. Hopefully here on Think Twice Radio.
This feels like heaven, don't want it to go away. How I wish it could stay for one more day. And you know when it rains it pours, and after that the omen snores that wakes the earth below, creating ripples in the water, and then it may snow with the sun's warming rays that seem to fall perfectly into place, coming out of the clouds overhead. But that's not at the space which where I am at. The grass is comforting, the smell's so refreshing as the mud triggers memories of my pastime. It's so easy for me to find, think, relax. And you know, this feels like heaven, don't want it to go away. How I
Thank you and come again. Thank you for buying a squeaky.
Okay, thank you. That was Stacy Clark with the song Heaven here. This is a little testimony now to my mother here. Not my mother, my late aunt, Aunt Rose. She was 97 years old when she passed away on December 18th, 2022. And I'm going to try to play some more music here. And this is where I'm going to start beginning the slideshow, I hope. If it works out right over here, I can get this going here. So, see if I can do this real quick. I got to put it like this here. So, let me try it and see how this works. And here we go here with the slideshow. And I'm going to play John and Mary now. And the song is called Halo of Stars. So here we go with the slideshow here and John and Mary here. Well, of course, that's not going to work out the way I thought it was going to work out. So let me try this. Sorry about that, folks. Let me just set this up real quick. Let me get the... Okay. All right, let me play that real fast. Sorry about this, folks. I had it set up, and of course, now it doesn't want to. Didn't get it right again. So now I got to do it if you can. Oh, me. Let's see what we got here. Come on. Sorry, folks. I had it set up, and it didn't. Now I got to look for it now. There. Crying out. Oh, man. Boy, this really... This bites, I tell you. Where is it? Ah, there it is, slideshow. Okay. Well, let me try this again. Jeez. Oh, boy. Yeah. All right, let's try this again, see how this works. Right back in the beginning again. And let's try this now.
Take my hand, I will guide you through the mountains and prairies, the ocean on your heel. Take my
Okay, that was. Sorry about this, folks. Like I said, this is my first time attempt doing this sort of thing, so trying to get it done as much as I can here. So, okay, that was John and Mary with the song "Halo of Stars." Moving on quickly now. I only have this. I don't have the CD exactly here, but this is the Jazzabelles with Kathy Carfagna and Calissa Casacco, and I got a song here for that for my Aunt Rose over here. And it's called "Sea of Grass." As you can see, it's track number 4 right there on the CD here. It's called "Sea of Grass." It's a very good track, and I'm going to try to play that for you right now. So I'm going to continue with the slideshow here, and I'm going to move it on real quick here. Okay, let me just get the track going first, and then I'll start the slideshow. So this is the Jazzabelles with the song "Sea of Grass" here on Something Different in Buffalo, here on Think Twice Radio, the memorial episode for my Aunt Rose Panico, who passed away at the age of 97.
I married a traveler in 1843. Said goodbye to my family, please don't cry for me. Farewell, sisters and brothers and all my dearest friends. We're going out west where the big sky never ends. We rode across the prairie beneath the summer sun. If we'd known half the future, we never would have come. We watched the tornadoes turn the bright sky black. We lost what we had, no chance of turning back. I must keep my faith, the way will be clear, the storm will surely pass. Stay claim on the heaven that's promised to us across the sea of grass. This land has no mercy as far as I can see. We come 600 miles when it took my babe from me. We dug her a grave and we left her all alone. A fence where she lays keeps the wild wolves from her bones. I must keep my faith, the way will be clear, the storm will surely pass. Stay claim on the heaven that's promised to us across the sea of grass. Each night I lie here awake and I try to pray that the end of our journey grow closer day by day. I should trust in my God, they say He will provide. Till we make it ourselves, I won't be satisfied. I must keep my faith, the way will be clear, the storm will surely pass. Stay claim on the heaven that's promised to us across the sea of grass. I must keep my faith, the way will be clear, the storm will surely pass. Stay claim on the heaven that's promised to us across the sea of grass.
Okay, that was the Jazzabelles. Sorry about this, folks. I'm my first effort doing this here, and I'm not very good at it, unfortunately. But unfortunately, this is boy. Sorry about that. I was just trying to get it set up over here. Okay. Actually, I'd like to try that one more time. But I gotta find some tracks here. I gotta find it a little bit here first. Let me just scroll around a little bit here before I find it here. And if I can find it real fast here, I'll play a CD one more time here. Because I took some pictures of my Aunt Rose when she was living in her house in Central Islip, New York. And I just want to play the song with those pictures in there, so it takes a few moments here. I had put them in this list here, but unfortunately I didn't pay attention too well. So hopefully I can find it, and if I can find it, I'll get it for you here real fast. So, and you saw just a few things that she had in her house. She had a lot of memorabilia, and you saw her husband, one of her husbands. He's a big fond supporter of Frank Sinatra. And I'm not playing Frank Sinatra. Okay, here we go. There's a few more here, so I'm going to try one more time here. I'm going to try playing this, well, if I can just shrink this down. If I could figure out how to shrink this picture down without having to lose it again, I could stop this thing. All right, well, I'm going to try this one more time with the Jazzabelles. And I'm going to see if we can try to do this right here. I'm hoping I get this done here. So here's hoping it works.
I married a traveler in 1843. Said goodbye to my family, please don't cry for me. Farewell, sisters and brothers and all my dearest friends. We're going out west where the big sky never ends. We rode across the prairie beneath the summer sun. If we'd known half the future, we never would have come. We watched the tornadoes turn the bright sky black. We lost what we had, no chance of turning back. I must keep my faith, the way will be clear, the storm will surely pass. Still claim on the heaven that's promised to us. Across the sea of grass. This land has no mercy as far our God, they say He will provide. Till we make it ourselves, I won't be satisfied. I must keep my faith, the way will be clear, the storm will surely pass. Stay claim on the heaven that's promised to us. Across the sea of glass, I must keep my faith, the way will be clear, the storm will surely pass. Stay claim on the heaven that's promised to us. Across the sea of glass.
Okay.
I must keep my
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, that was the song "Sea of Grass," "Sea of Grass" by the Jezebels. Okay, I'm gonna have to move along real fast here because I'm running short of time. Time is running out of time real fast here. So real quick here, this is the late Mark Freeland with the song "The Day You Came Into My Life" here on Something Different in Buffalo, here on Think Twice Radio. And let me just put the pictures over here. And this is the late Mark Freeland with the song "The Day You Came Into My Life" here on Something Different in Buffalo, here on Think Twice Radio.
I lived my life day to day. I didn't care what the future would be like. I used to do just what I want. I didn't care what was wrong or what was right. But all that changed the day you came into my life. All that changed the day you came into my life. I felt so alone, and I hated my telephone, and everybody seemed to look the same. I met so many people at so many parties, and I never remembered their names. But all that changed the day you came into my life. All that changed the day you came into my life. Everybody always trying to tell us what to do. People go to hell 'cause you love me and I love you. Everybody always trying to tell us what to do. the day you came into my life. All that changed the day you came into my life. All that changed the day you came into my life.
Okay, that was the late Mark Freeland. Okay, real quick here. There it is. Late Mark Freeland with the song "The Day You Came Into My Life," and like I said, you got a picture of my Aunt Rose and one of her late husbands there. He passed away a few years before she did. Okay, I'm gonna continue on right now with Natalie Merchant, and the song's called "Kind and Generous," and that basically kind of the spirit of what my Aunt Rose was like. She had many talents. She was a gardener. She was a speaker. There's so many things I can't even describe. She drove her car. At 96, 97 years old, she was still driving a car. And she drove it professionally. She was real good at it. I mean, I felt comfortable driving with her, riding around with her. And I had no problems with her whatsoever then. She was remarkable for her time. It's a shame she passed away. But let me play Natalie Merchant now with the song "Kind and Generous." And this is something different in Buffalo, the Think Twice Radio, the podcast, internet radio program here. And this is the memorial to my late Aunt Rose, who passed away.
Keep on giving for your kindness. I'm in debt to you, and I never could have come this far without you. For everything you've done, you know I'm bound to thank you
Okay, that was Natalie Merchant with the song Kind and Generous here on Something Different in Buffalo here on Think Twice Radio. And I'm running out of time here, so it looks like I'm last minute here. I was going to play something by the Project here, a place called Hope, but I don't think I'm going to make it right now. So I hope you enjoyed this thing for whatever it's worth. I'm sorry I didn't do a good job on it. I've been rushed trying to get this thing done. Had to try to figure out how to do the slideshow and everything else like that, and it's a mess. I'm sorry, but I didn't. So I apologize to Aunt Rose. I know I tried to do the best I could for her. I'm sorry about that. I miss you, Aunt Rose. Goodbye. And I hope you meet my mom, and I hope someday you'll be in heaven with her. I trust you'll be in heaven with her with my mom, so, and hope I get to join you. So I love you, Aunt Rose. Thank you for tuning into this show. This has been DJ Richard Jazowski, DJ Brass Knuckles of Something Different in Buffalo here on Think Twice Radio. And one last thing here again, as always, support the true Buffalo as always. Make supporting the true Buffalo the priority, not the minority, and take no substitutes or replacements. Have a good night, and catch you later.